All right, what I have here is a 2017 Chevy Silverado with the 4.3, and I have these two codes, P018B, P2635, which is pretty common on this car. There's a couple TSBs out there, not many videos out there on what it is. Some videos say it's a fuel pump, and but the TSB says it's a fuel pressure sensor, not the fuel rail pressure, but the fuel pressure sensor after the tank or after the fuel pump. And here what I'm showing is what it's doing for me. If you can see, fuel pressure sensor, not the highlighted one, but it said 48.7 and it was staying stuck there. And it's not supposed to be stuck on a specific number. It's supposed to be moving between 30 and 60 with the car on, engine on. On the TSB, it says first check the fuel pressure sensor, and there's a way to test it by depressurizing the fuel system and seeing that the PSI goes down. This is with the engine on, but I was using a snap-on scan tool and it wasn't working. So it might work for you, it might not. But if you use another scan tool or whatever, there's another way you can check it, and it's basically by turning on the fuel pump with the engine off but ignition on, and you can see if the line is pressurized. And here what I'm showing is how do you get there. So you just go to fuel system, fuel pump enable. This is with engine off. So make sure the engine's off when you're doing this fuel pump enable. Here it's showing it's on because I'm trying to record a video on how to get to it. So just ignore that. But do it with the engine off, and it should be pressurized up to about 60 PSI. And if it's not moving, then you pretty much got a dead sensor. You can also test the wiring at the sensor. Check the signal wire, and if it's staying at a certain voltage and not moving at all when you pressurize it, pretty much tells you you got a dead sensor. Here what I'm showing where it's at, it's a 16 millimeter wrench to get it out. It's by the ABS module, it's under the car. It's very easy to get to. It took me about 5 minutes it took me like 2 minutes to get it out. So that's a pretty easy sensor to do. Here what I'm showing are the values of what a good sensor are supposed to be. As you can see, like I said, it's supposed to be moving between 30 and 60 PSI. So hopefully that helps out someone before you change out a fuel pump. Because I saw a couple videos out there showing saying it's more than likely your fuel pump. But before you do that, check your fuel pressure sensor, because in this car it ended up just being a fuel pressure sensor. So hopefully that helps out someone.